Hello, folks. Jay here from Jay Rides. I am your host today. And as you seen earlier, I was sanding like crazy, and I sanded all day long. All day long. So now I'm going to go inside, have a brewski, maybe watch a little bit of Yellowstone, but we'll see. So I'm going to show you what I did all day today. Saved you the trouble of watching me do it all day. So, yeah, here we are. The Terra-jet is no longer yellow. A couple repairs there. And this thing has probably seen a bar night or two because this whole part of the fender was taken out and stitched in. This part here was taken out and stitched in. Same with this side here. Was taken out and put back. But other than that, there's some shabby work here and there. I don't even know what they used for some kind of filler here. It's gray. I don't know what that is. And some cracks here and there. So, more than likely, I am going to probably do the body work. I'm going to start tomorrow on the body work and try to fix some of this stuff that they didn't do a very good job on. And there's cracks here and in the pocket here on both sides. And yeah, either than that, there's some stress cracks here, both sides. You can see it's been fixed here already. And here's some more ugliness. But other than that, it's a couple chips here and there, but it's not overly bad. So there's an ugly patch. That's pretty ugly. Look at the bubbles and the holes in there. That was pretty poorly done. A couple chips here and there. But yeah, tomorrow's project, start the body work on this guy. That's the project for tomorrow. And I'm thinking about possibly putting a new, what do you call it, glass coat or over top of it. And then, yeah, it might be better just to do it that way. Be stronger. Oh yeah, and you can see what the original color is. Purple. It was purple originally. Under those two heavy coats of yellow, this thing was purple. Yeah. So that's today. So I'm going to go inside. Oh yeah, there's another tear right there. A little bit of damage there as well. Looked like it sideswiped something. Probably a tree, I would bet. Yeah, it's got a tail. All right, I'm going to start the body work here tomorrow, and I'll bring you back and show you the progress. Stay tuned. So, the repairs have started. I started fixing their mistakes and a few more. And now I know why their repairs did not hold. They only put one layer of the mesh in, only one. And there's quite a gap between the inner layer and the outer layer. There's actually a shell on the inside. So, yeah, it wasn't tight in the mold, I guess. But I put two layers in. I put a small one, and then I put a bigger one over top. That's how I repair fiberglass. V it all out, and then I put a little one in the center, and then I put a big one over top. And then you gotta poke it in. Poke it in. I actually just use a nail, and I just push with the flat end. Just poke, push it in. Try to get all of the bubbles out, and make sure all the matting is all wet. So it's starting to kick it now. Yeah, all of theirs let go mostly. So I had to repair it all. I'm not sure if they just didn't know what they were doing, or More than likely, they just didn't know what they were doing. I filled that hole where the light was. That's how I found there was like a gap between the bottom layer and the top layer. About 1/8 of an inch between the two. Probably doomed right from the factory where it came from. There wasn't a lot of repairs, but now I just got to do the waiting game, let this all dry, and then I can just start sanding and grinding and giving her. So yeah, now I'm going to start sanding her down and getting those little bottom parts in the bottom there, getting rid of that yellow paint. And around the lip, this is where hand sanding comes into play. The hands will be nice and smooth by the end of the day. All right, time to start sanding. All right, so day 3, working on the Terra-jet. And as you can see, I am on the icing now. I did the fiberglass overlapping. Then I put the kitty hairs over top of that. And then the Bondo. And now I'm on the icing. So right now I'm fixing all the little chips and scratches and what have yous on here. The front is where most of the damage was. And I'm trying to get in the cracks and crevices with my putty knife sanding. But we're getting there. Right now I'm waiting for this icing to dry. There's a couple low spots. And so yeah, we're almost ready for a primer. Excited about that, to see it all gray. And then while I'm waiting for things to dry, like the fiberglass and stuff like that, I've been working on the chassis and the motor and stuff. Look at this. Everything's moving now. Everything's moving. The chain to the front is all moving and loose now. Loosened up the brakes. I put the pin in this secondary clutch here on the transmission side. Remember, it was missing. Now she's in there and all bolted down. So now, we'll see, I guess, when I fire this sucker up. I put the new carburetor on, new fuel line to the fuel pump. The new throttle cable is here. I went to the bike store and I got a new throttle cable. Works pretty slick. I'm still going to probably pull the pull start cover, if I possibly can, and fix that recoil. I broke the rope giving it a tug. So just in case, I'm going to try to fix that. And yeah, so right now I'm just cleaning some more. Get rid of the dust and crap that's inside the tub while I'm waiting for stuff to dry on that. And then hopefully by the end of today, we can get it in primer. That would be pretty sweet. I would be happy with that if I can get this in primer today. And then tomorrow I can block sand it. And then maybe during the week I can paint it black. And then I gotta hit the black with 600 wet. And then we will put the gold flake on. First, I gotta clean up in here. This is it's a disaster in here right now, so we're gonna have to clean big time and move some stuff out and move stuff around and cover things. Yeah. So this is where we are at. I'll bring you back when I'm primering this thing. And then we'll go from there. Welcome back. Day 4 of working on the Terra-jet. I hope you enjoyed the commercial of the rock hard penis commercials that they've been feeding you. Sorry about that. I have no control over that. So let's get back to the Terra-jet so you can get that out of your mind. There it is. I blocked it out yesterday. And you know what? For the amount of work that I did repairing the fiberglass on this thing, it actually turned out not too bad. But of course, I also just hammered it with primer. There's 4 heavy coats of primer on there of the high build. I couldn't get my hands on any like that glass coat stuff. I couldn't get it. It's unavailable wherever I looked. Stores I talked to, it's all unavailable. So that sucked. So I just friggin' just hammered it with the high build. 4 heavy coats. But yep, she's on the bottoms there. You can see they need some attention wherever it's black. I missed it on black paint to show where all the imperfections are. Right there. Those need to be addressed. A couple more here. But other than that, it's not terrible. I actually did a pretty damn good job on the repairs. I'm going to hit this with primer again. So it'll be all gray. And then I'll just scuff it. And that's it. But after I do my repairs, I got to repair all this wherever it shows black. And this one here is just as bad as the other side. So it doesn't have to be 100% because it doesn't really get seen there. But I'm going to try to make it the best that I can do. Yeah, it's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Yep. Even this back piece, I broke through to the fiberglass right there by the light. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. So yeah, I'm just going to address there's, see, it's low when I blocked it. So I'm going to have to definitely address that. It's just these little spots. And then I'm going to hit it with the primer. And then down here will be blocked again, but with 320. I'm going to block it with 320 because I used 180 on the whole car because I used so much primer on there. I hit it with the 180. So I'm going to, after I address all of that, I'm going to put a nice dusting of primer on there again. And then I'm going to hit it with 320 everywhere. And then, once that's done, I'm going to hit it again with a Scotch-Brite pad and water. Because there's just so many curves to this body. And so it'll just make it all nice. Get rid of all the scratching marks and lines, the way I was sanding. So that's what's going to happen here. This thing's going to be friggin' mint when I'm done. All right. I'm going to primer it. And you enjoy your rock hard penis commercial. Peace out. All right, there we have it. I primered it. I put like 4 heavy coats of primer on here because I could not get my hands on some of that gel coat. I found it impossible to find. Everywhere I looked, unavailable. Local, couldn't find it nowhere. So I just hammered it with primer. 4 heavy coats. And then I blocked it. And then I put another coat on. Because I broke through in a few spots because there was a lot of work to do on this one. But now she's mint. This is going to be a nice little unit after I'm done. But I broke through in a few spots here and there. Not a big deal. So I'm just letting that dry. And then I'm just going to hit it with the Scotch-Brite and it's done. So after that is all done, I'm going to hit it with this single stage black paint. Don't have to reduce it. Don't have to put hardener in it. Just put it in a gun and spray it. It's cheap, and I've used it before. I'm probably going to use it on the tub as well, just to make it look nice. And yeah, you can put clear right over this stuff as well. It's great stuff, and it's, like I said, it's cheap. So yeah, and it has a little bit of a build to it too. It's not just thin like base coat. It's got some base to it. So yeah, we're gonna do that next. I'll bring you back the next video. It'll probably be black, and I'll probably be blocking it out again with some Scotch Brite and wet sanding and stuff. Just to get around the curves. There's just so many curves on this little unit. But first, I got to do a massive cleanup here. Just a massive cleanup. It's like a sandbox in here. This is why I don't do any body work whatsoever in my main shop. It's just, this stuff gets absolutely everywhere. So yeah, this is where we're at. And this is going to be nice. I'm excited to drive this. I'm going to drive this unit right out when I'm done. So yeah, if you want to watch from here on when it's black and then gold flake. Oh, I'm excited to get that gold flake on there. And then the red candy. Once you put that candy over top of the gold flake, it just pops. So yeah, that is where we are on this Terra-jet. And it looks awesome. So yeah, it's black, boys and girls. It's definitely black. I actually had to reduce that paint. It was like tar in that can. But it's black. It's not the best paint in the world, but it's going to be covered with gold flake and candy, so it's good enough. So now I'm going to wet sand it with 500 wet. I decided to use 500. That's what I decided to use. So hopefully I can use half a sheet. But if not, I got a full sheet. There's not much of a car here. But it's black. And I got all my lights set up. Because once I start misting on that gold flake, you got to put that on evenly. Same amount of coats and spread apart. So that's going to be the hardest part of this paint job. But it's black. That's another big step. So now I'm just going to sit on my wheelie stool there. And I got my water, nice warm water. And my sandpaper is curled, so that means it's wet already. It's soaked through. So it's not so hard. It's not going to cut in to the body. So yeah, I am ready to start wet sanding this. And I shouldn't break through anywhere, but if I do, I still have lots of black paint. I can mist it on if I have to. So yeah, this shouldn't take long to wet sand this. It's just not much here. All right, let's wet sand. Little circles. Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. Let's go. I wet sanded the black, and of course had a couple breakthroughs. Call them bullshits. The guy that taught me how to do auto body, he called those bullshits. So a few of them broke through here and there. So I'm just gonna mist on just a couple spots here and there. The white came through the primer. So I'm just gonna do a nice little black drop coat. And then once I get these all covered, I might take 2 little coats. But once that's covered, we're gonna do the gold flake. We're gonna do the gold flake tonight. So I'm just gonna put that gold flake into clear coat. It's a carrier. It's just to make it stick to the body. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna mist it on, just mist it like just above it and on an even pattern. And you're gonna watch me do it. But you don't want to spray it directly or else you're gonna get lines. So I'm just gonna do like a drop coat kind of deal and just mist on the flakes. And I got all my lights on here because that's very important to get that just so. So I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna do a quick black. And well, first I'm gonna tack cloth this, the whole body, and then I'm gonna mist on a little bit of black here and there. Then we're gonna do the gold flake. Let's do that. Sorry I don't have my microphone on. My whole stand fell down, smashed everything. So it is what it is. You're gonna have to just listen to me. I'll speak a little louder, but look what I'm mixing. We're doing it. We're doing it on a Saturday night. All right, look at that gold flake. I probably mixed way too much, but better too much than not enough. So yeah, I mixed it in with the clear coat and I'm ready to shoot it. I did my drop coat already on the body and we're ready to do this. So I had to take the strainer out of my gun because this stuff will plug it right up and it'll take all the gold flake. So I took the strainer right out and I'm ready to do it. Let's do it. Well, there it is. The gold flake is on the Terra-jet. I let it dry overnight and it looks awesome. This is pretty damn good. Looks like I got it pretty even. You can see that there's black in the background now between the gold flakes. So now it's I'm gonna wet sand this. I'm gonna wet sand it again with 500. And I got my warm water ready. Yep, so I'm gonna spend a couple hours and wet sand that. And then get it ready for the candy. The candy apple red candy. Well, I guess let's get cracking. Let's get cracking on the wet sanding. All right, kids, you know what time it is? It's candy time. We're gonna put the candy on. Just wait till you see me spray this on this gold flake. It's just gonna pop. And now that I've done the gold flake in this building, that gold flake is gonna be in every single paint job that I do in the next 3 years probably, because of this gold flake, it just gets everywhere. And it's on everything, and I'll have a paint job, there'll be one little flake, 2 little flakes. But hey, it works out pretty good. But yeah, it's candy time. You're gonna watch me do some candy spraying. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Candy time. 'cause it won't fill. Just slow and steady, no rush. I'm probably going to do about 2 to 3 coats, and then I'm going to hammer it with the clear. All right, folks. So this is just the first coat of the House of Colors Candy Apple Red. Candy coat. This is just the first coat. The more coats you put on, the darker it gets. But you see those gold flakes just popping? Cool, eh? This is just the first coat. I put some extra hardener in because it's a little cooler out today. So it'll set a lot faster and I don't have to wait as long. Because it's still early in the day, so I don't need to be drinking beers between coats like I normally do. But yeah, there she is. What a difference, eh? As soon as you put those candies on. And it looks great. I put it on just great. Dispersed it. It's gonna look deep, this paint. Yep. Hope you learned something from this. It's not that hard, it's just very, very time consuming. Lots of wet sanding and preparation and patience. You just gotta have the patience. This is gonna be the most pimp ass Terra-jet in North America when I'm done. Yeah. All right. I am ready to do another coat. What a difference. So much better than that ugly yellow. Yeah, you saw me wet sanding it there. I was trying to get rid of all of the flakes that were sticking upright. And then I went over it with my hand and just felt for anything sticking up, just so the clear will lay flat. All right, we're ready to do round 2 of the candies. I got about 1 liter of the candy to do this job. I think it's gonna do it no problem. Probably have a little bit left over to do a small Harley. It almost looks brown at night, eh? And then when I got those Corvette lights in there and the luggage rack, roll bar, break it up a bit. Maybe put some pimp ass rims on here, some off of a UTV or a quad. All right, let's do another coat. And bam, it's done. Now I'm going to put the clear coat on. You can see it's a little bit orange peely a little bit orange peely from all of those gold flakes. So I'm going to put a higher end clear on here, like an Amron paint clear coat. That stuff there, you can put that on with a mop and it'll flatten right out. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little bit extra hardener in there, of course, because it's a little cooler out today, just like I did with the candy. And yeah, this is going to be done today. Geez, what am I into it? Like 14 days or something like that? If it wasn't a labor of love, I would go broke if I was in the business. But it's so worth it. So worth it. If you don't remember back when, I seen this thing when I was 16 and I was in love with it then. So yeah, it's a little red Corvette now. I have a blue Corvette, now a red one. Awesome. And I'm gonna probably get the girlfriend to make a Terra-jet name to go in the center between the taillights. Probably in black, because I'm gonna do the luggage rack in black and the roll bar in black. And I may do this dash in black, we'll see. We'll see. And then the rims maybe red and black. But yeah, it's something. It's something. All right, I guess let's slam some clear on here. Holy, all right. All right, clearing time. Last step of this process. Hopefully I won't have to polish it. Hopefully I can just shoot it on and call it a day and just bomb around with this summer. Clear coat time. I'm just doing a light coat for starters, and then I'm going to hammer it flat after that. So that's what I'm going to do here. And just like that, it's candy apple red with gold flake. There you go. One pimp ass Terra-jet paint job. Look at how shiny that is. This thing is just going to be insane outside in the sunlight. Like glass, eh? That Amron is good stuff, I tell you. Not a single run. A little bit of dust, but not a lot. This is why I like to paint in this kind of weather. There's no dust, no bugs. Look at that, eh? Okay, folks, this is the end of the Terra-jet paint job project. It turned out friggin' amazing. Way better than I ever expected. It's just, now it's starting to really flatten. Now that it's been a couple minutes, the paint is really starting to settle. It looks killer. It looks killer. So if you've come all this way, thanks for following through with the video. I know it's longly and time consuming, but it's worth it. Look at this thing. This is a Terra-jet. And again, thanks for watching. And I always appreciate you. And I guess I'll start getting the chassis ready. I'm gonna paint the chassis as well. And do a few things as well. And then put the body on and take it for a burn. That's exciting times. I don't know how fast this thing's gonna go. I think those Arctic Cat 440s have like 40 horsepower or something like that, but it's okay. It's okay. You should move this little buggy, my little red Corvette here. All right. Catch you on the next one. Thanks a lot for watching and subscribing. Tell your friends, and peace out. Oh, we're back again. I just had to show you in this light on how wicked that looks. Even with this crappy camera. Just the shade. All right. Peace out.